Hi, I'm Mary Beth Stapleton, Manager of Family and Community Partnerships for Harford County Public Schools. Welcome to the Parent Academy Real Talk on food and nutrition as we start the 2022-2023 school year. With me today, I have two guests who are experts in all things food and nutrition. I have with me Kristen Zidzina, who is our Supervisor of Food and Nutrition. Hi, Kristen.
Good morning.
Good morning. And I have Derek Glazer, who's Assistant Supervisor of Food and Nutrition. Thanks for joining me. Hey, Derek.
Good morning.
I know you both are really busy trying to get our schools ready for opening up the cafeterias as our schools open, so thanks for taking the time for being here for parents. We just wanted to highlight for parents really just thinking about the school year and what might be different this year than last year. So, we've had some communication going out to families about meal applications and making sure that families are aware of meal applications. So, Kristen, I'll start with you. If you could just talk for parents about the importance of the meal application if they're interested and why that could help their family.
Most definitely. So with the ending of the United States of Agriculture's USDA waivers, the free meals for all students has unfortunately ended.
Okay.
Which means we now have to charge, or paid students have to pay for their meals this upcoming school year. By completing and qualifying for free or reduced meals through that meal benefit application, our students would no longer have to pay. They would receive a free breakfast and lunch based on that eligibility. So it's really important that our parents fill out those meal benefit applications, because if they are approved, they will qualify for, again, that free meal, as well as additional benefits. This year we are offering the free device protection plan for any student that qualifies for free or reduced price meals. And there's other benefits that coincide with that as well in terms of AP exams and so forth within the school system.
So what you're saying, Kristen, is that meal application will then open up opportunities for other benefits the family could perhaps qualify for.
Yes.
Perfect. So that's why it's so important to take a look at that application, see what your eligibility might be. I think sometimes parents assume, Derek, that, I won't qualify for that, but really looking at those numbers as a family and kind of exploring that a little bit.
Sure, yeah, and the application's easy to fill out. There's the online version that you can access through the HCPS website. That came out a few years ago, and that really has, helped the processing of it, makes it go by quickly. The turnaround is very good, but we also provide that hard copy as well at all school locations. And it's also going to be included in the mailing that we send out this year.
Okay, so we have it on hcps.org. We also have it in the schoolhouse. If you go to your school, you could go to the front office and get an application and just fill it out by hand. Okay.
Yep.
The application is actually available on hcpsmenus.com.
Oh, okay. Okay, we'll put that up on the screen. hcpsmenus.com. Thank you. That helps clarify. So with that meal application, we really want to get parents to sign up. Just a reminder that waiver, which meant that everyone received free that wanted it last year,
Correct.
will not receive this year. So we just want to be clear. And then thinking about, I know we hear from parents, how do we figure out food menus? How do we get that all figured out? So I'm sure you're at that every day, all day with your staff. So how does that get determined?
Again, it falls back to the United States Department of Agriculture. We have to meet a certain set of regulations. The way I've always explained it to our community and our team is we live inside of a box. So we need to meet certain qualifications within that box for a meal to be considered eligible for reimbursement. So we are not reimbursed by USDA unless we serve a complete meal, which means we need to ensure that every lunch, for example, has an entree and at least one serving of a fruit or a vegetable. And then, of course, they can choose the complete meal, which would be an entree, 2 fruits and vegetables, as well as a milk.
Okay.
So they could have up to 5 or 6 options, depending on what the menu item is, for lunch that day. But we have to adhere to very strict calorie limits, sodium limits, grain limits as well within that. And it's a weekly and even a daily thing, and it's based on grade level. So different qualifications for those students that are in elementary school versus those that are in middle and high school. So each of our menus are planned out based on that. And we could talk hours about what the qualifications are, but it's very strategic and very scientific. We almost look at it like a mathematical equation when we're looking at it. One of the key things that we always look to is, what do our students like? What are their top favorites? Because we're here to feed kids. We want to serve them a healthy, well-balanced meal. But again, we want to make sure that what's on the plate is something that they enjoy. So you'll see there are some repetitions in terms of chicken. Chicken is one of those items that our kids naturally always enjoy, so we try to always include a chicken item on the menu if at all possible.
And I think parents know that, right? That most of the time, if you can get chicken in there somewhere, they'll eat it.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's a really great point.
Yes.
Yeah, and then Derek, thinking about how the mealtime works in the school building, we've had some conversation with parents about what exactly can they or can't they purchase while they're there. So I know if they're a free meal, that they can have that meal. But if you're a child that's bringing in a lunch, what can they or can't they purchase, and how does that work?
Sure. So students that bring in their lunch, they have the option to buy any of our snacks through the line. We call those a la carte items, and they're Smart Snack approved, which means they made certain guidelines as far as sodium, fat level, and really give them that opportunity to, enhance their packed lunch if they want to. They can also purchase milk with us, and the additional entrees, things of that nature. They're more than welcome to purchase those as well.
So in order to purchase those items, if your child's bringing a lunch, they need to have money in the My School Bucks. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay.
So My School Bucks is our online application, so you can get it on your smartphone, through your computer, and access your student's account. And with that, you can check their balance on a regular basis, and really see their activity of what they're purchasing with
So
us.
if you have that conversation at the end of the school day, and you can look and see, okay, sweetie, you're buying a lot of cookies, and that's not something we planned as a family, so you can have those checking in with that My School Bucks to see exactly what they purchased that day.
Correct.
Very
Yes.
good. Yeah, and that's something that parents need to probably monitor.
Sure, yeah, and if there ever is a question about what a certain item is, anything like that, feel free to, contact our office, and we'd be more than happy to help you through that.
Very good, excellent. And then thinking about bringing in your lunch versus buying your lunch, I know as a parent, especially with little ones, they're so excited about buying a lunchbox, and having that really cool lunchbox for the school year. However, we talked a little bit as well about, how is it advantageous for families to perhaps think about purchasing the lunch rather than always packing every day. So, Kristen, any ideas on that?
Most definitely. So Derek and I, we both have school-age students within the system, and I think we can agree it's that convenience factor, which is number one for us. We don't have to think about packing a lunch either the night before or the morning of, so that piece has gone away. We don't have to worry about ensuring that we have our students' favorite snacks, our items in the refrigerator. Also, there's a variety of options available to our students. We really strive to have our student favorites, and we have typically two hot entrees and a cold sandwich available, as well as a variety of fresh fruits and vegetables. And we really encourage our students to enhance their palate, trying new vegetables. Coming back into this school year, we want to get back to where we were before March 2020, and looking at bringing back our Taste It, Try It Tuesdays, where we can incorporate vegetables and fruits that our students typically do not see at home to really expand their palate and become a little bit more adventurous in their eating. I remember talking to one of my neighbors who, because she knows what I do for a living, she's like, "What kind of salad dressing do you use in the school?" She's like, "My daughter never eats salad, but she's like, I want that salad dressing they have it at school." So, and she's like, can you tell me? Because I need her to eat salad.
Right.
It's healthy. So it just things like that.
Yeah,
I think
there
it's
is a sense with our menus that there's that comfortable factor where the child can come through the line, identify things that they've either had before, or just having that large variety for them to make their own choices and make good, healthy, responsible choices.
And tagging onto that comfort level, we saw that the last 2 years when we were doing meal kits, we had students coming up and parents coming up saying, this has really just given our child a sense of normalcy because, wow, it's orange chicken, it's my favorite. It created that routine
Oh, that's
back that they were
wonderful.
missing.
Yeah, and that's something I don't think we realized, that those routines that really just did connect them back to the school, which is great. That's really interesting. Yeah, I think even as adults, as parents, we always remember those things that we enjoyed in our school cafeteria. So they're having the same experience for sure. So as we're wrapping up and we're talking about parents, I know that there's a need for cafeteria workers, right? Harford County Public Schools is hiring right now. Is that correct, Kristen?
Yes, we are currently hiring. We have openings at all of our elementary schools, from my understanding, yes.
Correct.
And one of the benefits is that work-life balance. You're able to come into work as soon as your students are put on the bus, and you're done before they're finished for the day. So it affords you that opportunity to be at work while they're in school.
That's pretty cool. So you could actually maybe even be in your child's school potentially, who knows, but still having that work-life balance, knowing you want to have some extra income coming in as a family, this might be a great opportunity. So how do parents apply to be cafeteria workers?
Yeah, so if you go on the website, there's an employment opportunity link that'll take you right to the position. It is called an hourly cafeteria worker.
Okay.
So if you type that in the search, it'll come right up. Click on the link, it'll give you a job description. You apply, and then we'll contact you with an email and a phone call within a few days.
Wonderful. And that's a really great way for you to be connected to the schools and know what's going on and really have, like you said, that time with family as well. So thanks for sharing that.
Thank you. That information is also available in our parent letter that is going home sometime this week.
Great.
All they need to do is scan the QR code, and it should take them directly to that link.
Perfect. That makes it easy.
Definitely.
Well, thank you both for being here. I really appreciate this information. I know our parents do. We know that we need to have that meal application filled out. We need to get into that My School Bucks and have those dollars put in if we want our children to buy. So thank you again for your time. I know you're working so hard to get the schools open and ready, and I just hope you both have a great school opening, and your staff as well.
Thank you.
Thank
We're
you.
excited to see everybody come back.
It's going to be a great year.
It is. It's going to be fabulous.
Well, thank you for joining the Parent Academy Real Talk, and we'll see you next time.